Good Monday morning, Mount Olive Church. We want to follow up on the idea of pride from the sermon yesterday. And so we talked about how that Amon was a king that was a failure. And one point of that was because he was full of pride. He would not humble himself, the Bible said. And we know that his son, Josiah, was one who did humble himself and try to model his life after mentors before him. So we want to talk about pride this morning. According to Life magazine, Muhammad Ali spoke of himself before his 1971 fight with Joe Frazier. He said this, I quote, "There seems to be some confusion. We're going to clear this confusion up on March 8th. We're going to decide once and for all who is the king," Ali said. "There's not a man alive who can whoop me." He jabs in the air half a dozen times. "I'm too smart." He taps his head. "I'm too pretty." He lifts his head high in profile, turning as if he's on a pedestal. "I am the greatest. I am the king. I should be a postage stamp. That's the only way I could get licked." I like that. P.S. Ali lost to Frazier. So, he thought he should be a postage stamp because that's the only way he could get licked. Well, I guess nobody told Frazier that. We're talking about the harmful, infectious disease of the heart called pride that also brings with it its friends, such as revenge and prejudice, anger and bitterness and jealousy and envy. And so we've got to realize that pride is like a beard, right? It's got to be shaven every day. The Christian sometimes is like that woodpecker that was pecking at that dead tree, the bark of a dead tree. And all of a sudden a storm comes and lightning hits the dead wood and the woodpecker flies off and he turns and looks back at where he was at and the tree is fallen. And he says, "Look what I've done." See, that's the way many times we are in our life. And I want to share this scripture with you today and call it a devotion. This scripture comes from our First Peter study, 1 Peter 5:5. "Likewise, ye younger, submit yourself to the elder. Find you a mentor. Yea, all of you be subject or serve one another." Jesus showed us that example when he washed the disciples' feet. Serve one another. Be clothed with humility, for God resisteth the proud and gives grace to the humble. In other words, serve each other with humble spirits. God will give you special blessings to those who are humble. We'll give them grace, right? We want special blessings on this Monday. So in order for that to happen, we've got to clothe ourselves with humility. But he also says, but God sets himself against those who are proud. God resists the proud. God will oppose the proud today. I don't know about you, but I don't want to go through this Monday thinking that God is opposing me. I would rather go through this Monday thinking that God is giving me special blessings. So he follows up and he says, "So humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time." When the time is right, God will exalt you. Until that time comes, let's humble ourselves, clothe ourselves with humility, and serve one another. Let's shave that beard of pride today. Let's say, "God, take pride out of my heart and help me to be clothed in humility." Mount Olive, have a wonderful, wonderful day.